previous class, we have discussed BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem, and its applications. Now we are discussing Cbpt. What is the meaning of Cbpt? Converse of basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality theorem we will discuss now. Cbpt. What is the statement of Cbpt? It is the converse. In BPT, given is DE parallel to BC, and we proved that line DE, that parallel line DE, divide the other two sides in the same ratio. Here converse is nothing but a reverse. So their RTP is here given, and given is RTP. Means, what is the statement? If a line divides the any two sides of the triangles in the same ratio, then that line is parallel to the third side. It is the statement. So that statement we have to convert as a diagram A, B, C. That statement we divided into three parts. One is figure, another one is given, another one is RTP. By using that statement we divided in three parts. What are those? One is diagram, another one is given, another one is RTP required to prove. What is given, Nana? Just one line divide the any two sides of the triangle. Any two sides of the triangle are in the same ratio. Means, see what is given here. In triangle ABC, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This is the given. One line DE is there that divide the two sides in the same ratio. Then what need to prove? RTP. What need to prove it? That line is parallel to the third side. This we have to prove it. This is purely reverse of the BPT. In BPT, this is the given and this is the RTP. But here, if any line which divides the two sides in the same ratio, then definitely that line is parallel to the third side. This we have to prove it with the help of BPT, basic proportionality theorem. This problem also can do in two methods, by using similarity concept and by using BPT. Shall you try? This also can do in two methods. So the methods which is in your textbook we will discuss now. That method is called indirect method of proof. Some problems we couldn't do directly, then that we are using indirect method of proof. What is meant by indirect method? In indirect method we are taking this RTP is wrong. ఇండైరెక్ట్ మెథడ్లో ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఆర్టీపీనే రాంగ్ అని చెప్తాం మనం. ఓకే, మరి ఆర్టీపీ రాంగ్ అయితే పరిస్థితి ఏంటి? ఆర్టీపీ రాంగ్ అవడం వల్ల ఏంటంటే ఇంకొక ప్యారలల్ లైన్ వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఆ ప్యారలల్ లైన్ ఉంది అంటే బీపీటీ వాడచ్చు. అలా వీఆర్ రైటింగ్ సమ్ లాజికల్ స్టెప్స్, బట్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ కాంట్రడక్షన్ టు ద ఫ్యాక్ట్. ఓకే, అలా చేసేటప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఏదో ఒక యూనివర్సల్ ఫ్యాక్ట్కి కాంట్రడక్షన్ వస్తుంది, అంటే ఆపోజిట్గా వస్తుంది. అలా రావడం వల్ల ఎందుకు అలా వచ్చింది? మనం అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకోవడం వల్ల. ఏం అజ్యూమ్ చేసుకున్నాం? డిఈ నాట్ ప్యారలల్ టు బీస్ అని. ఓకే, సో దేర్ ఫోర్ అవర్ అజంప్షన్ ఈజ్ రాంగ్, డిఈ ఈజ్ ప్యారలల్ టు బీసీ అని ప్రూవ్ చేస్తాం. చూద్దామా? జస్ట్ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్. దట్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఆల్సో వీఆర్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్ ఇన్ ప్రూఫ్ ఓన్లీ. Okay, so what we have to assume? Assume DE is not parallel to BC. That RTP only wrong. We have to prove it DE is parallel to BC. We are assuming DE is not parallel to BC. If DE is not parallel to BC, definitely by Euclid's parallel axiom, with the help of Euclid's parallel axiom, to the given line, definitely one parallel line can be drawn. It is not a parallel to it we discussed. So definitely it is the point you take it. Through this point, to the given line, definitely one parallel line can be drawn. So this is called DF. DF is parallel to BC. Why? Because DE is not parallel to BC. DE is not parallel to BC. Definitely one parallel line can be drawn through D point, which is parallel to the BC by Euclid's parallel axiom. Okay, na axiom em cheptundi, one point is there and one line is there. So for this line, to this line, through that point only one parallel line can be drawn. Okay na, avuna kada, telusu kada meeku. So here this line, why do you draw like this, or you can draw like this, or you can draw like the whatever it may be, you can draw above the E or below the E, no problem. ఎక్కడికైనా డ్రా చేసేసుకోవచ్చు మీరు. ఈ లైన్ కాకుండా వేరే లైన్ ఏదైనా డ్రా చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. జస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ డ్రాన్. వై? ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఏ ప్యారలల్ లైన్, దెన్ డెఫినెట్లీ వన్ ప్యారలల్ లైన్ ఈస్ దేర్ బై యూజింగ్ దట్ యాక్సియం. సో దట్స్ వై దట్ ప్యారలల్ లైన్ యూ టేక్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఏ డిఎఫ్. దేర్ ఫోర్ డ్రా డిఈ డిఎఫ్ parallel to BC through D. This is possible by Euclid's parallel axiom. Now observe, you have the parallel line, then immediately what we can use it? BPT, basic proportionality theorem, we can use it. DF is the parallel line. So this DF divide the other two sides in the same ratio. Tell me, AD by DB is equal to AF by FC by BPT, basic proportionality theorem. By using basic proportionality theorem, here DF is parallel to BC, we got it from the construction. Therefore definitely AD by DB, this DF divide other two sides in the same ratio. Therefore AD by DB is equal to AF by FC. This is, you take it as a equation 1. But AD by DB value is, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. This how you know, this is given. This is, you take it as a equation 2. What do you get? From 1 and 2, what do you get? From 1 and 2, AF by FC equal to AE by EC. AF by FC is equal to AE by EC. Because this value also AD by DB and this value also AD by DB. By adding one on both sides, by adding one on both sides, just I am adding here only one step I saved. Okay, by adding one on both sides. By adding one on both sides, that you called as a componendo. Okay, now take LCM. AF plus FC by FC is equal to AE plus EC by EC. AF plus FC value is AC by FC, and AE plus EC value, that also AC. That also AC. AF plus EC also AC. Now AC get cancelled. You got it. EC is equal to FC. EC, observe, this is EC. This is FC. This is whole part FC. It is EC is the part in FC. Is whole is equal to part. What did you get? Is whole is equal to part, you got it. So EC equal to FC. This is false. This is false since part never be equal to whole. Why do you get this false for this statement? How did you get it? By this. How did you get it? 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 This is parallel to this. That's why you got. Why did you take this parallel line? Because this is not a parallel line. ఇది ప్యారలల్ లైన్ కాదు కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ప్యారలల్ లైన్ తీసుకున్నాం, ఇంకోటి ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి. సో డెఫినెట్లీ, సో హియర్ యూ గాట్ ఇట్ ఫాల్స్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ వి అజ్యూమ్ డిఈ నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు బీసీ. దేర్ ఫోర్ అవర్ అజంప్షన్ ఈజ్ రాంగ్. దేర్ ఫోర్ వాట్ డిడ్ యూ గెట్? డిఈ ఈజ్ parallel to BC.